Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Chats with Children. I hope you're safe and well. Today, I'm delighted to join my guest, Geoff Jones, who's the Vice President for Sales for CDMO at Sana Group. And today, we're going to learn more about Sana Group and why Geoff and the team are attending New York for DCAT week on March the 17th and 20th, and why you should be making an appointment to meet Geoff and the team at DCAT. So, Geoff, it's lovely to meet you. How are you, first of all?
I'm okay. Pleasure to meet you as well. All good, thanks. All
Well,
good.
it's great to see you, Geoff. Now, um, first question I'm going to ask you though, before we start talking about DCAT week and what you're doing there, is
Yeah.
who are Sana Group? What is it that you do as a business?
Well, as a business, essentially, Sana Group are a flexible and agile contract development manufacturing organisation, so a CDMO. I've been with them just over a year now. We have a long history within the medical and pharmaceutical industries, but the CDMO part of the business is relatively new in terms of our history. We're go back well over 70 years, maybe even more than that, with when we were in Cork manufacturing before that. So we're a well-established business, but the CDMO is relatively new in our evolution. And so yeah, I was brought into the company to lead the EU and UK elements of that part of the business.
Right. So let's talk more about the CDMO. So obviously there are lots of CDMOs out there. So
Yeah.
as a CDMO, what areas do you specifically specialize in?
Well, sectors we're specifically looking at are drug delivery, medical devices, and diagnostics. So that
Right.
is our key areas of focus. We made some acquisitions last year in design and development. So we acquired a design company in the UK at the start of last year, and a slightly larger company based in the US. So Springboard in the UK, Galero in the US at the back end of last year. So that's added quite significant design capabilities to the group as well. And then with the various facilities that we now have through our private equity partners and the investments that they've made, we're in a position now where we can really look to lead in this part of the industry over the next period. Our history is more in a desiccant packaging, moisture management, which we can go into in a little bit more detail. But the CDMO is really focused on the medical and pharma and diagnostic sectors.
Right. Now you mentioned obviously you've had some acquisitions. So as a CDMO though, in that particular area, what makes you different to other companies within that
I,
space?
I don't like to comment on other companies, as to be honest, I don't, they're all very good at what they do. And I spent
Sure.
most of my history in design and development, and we get asked the same questions when I was in design development as we do in manufacturing, is what differentiates you over the competition. And the answer is we're all really good at what we do. I
Sure.
think really where I see Sana as a difference is our flexibility. So we are coming into this space. We have a lot of available capacity with the new facilities that we've got in Germany, the US, and in Asia. That allows us to be very flexible and look at projects which suit where we are in our evolution. So we're not looking to compete and go after the huge lines where there's some big players already there. Our flexibility allows us to work with smaller, mid-sized, smaller companies where the volumes are maybe not as large year on year, but there's still a need. That it's there's still a vehicle, for instance, in drug delivery. There's a vehicle that needs to be able to get the drug into the human. The numbers may not be so big, but we can support those kind of more flexible companies. I think that is what I see as a big difference. The other areas is adding our design and development capabilities to that, where we can really reduce risk for customers on the journey from whatever part of the development that they're on, whether that's right at the beginning, ideally. But there's lots of other development companies, so we could be picking up projects that are further in their evolution towards manufacture and support the activities to get them into transfer. And because we're aligned and we are one group, facilities in the US, facilities in Asia, facilities in Europe, we can work with our customers to make sure that the devices are going into the right markets, but are ready to go to manufacture, and you've not got this, what I call the chasm of risk, if you like, where a design is frozen, you throw it into the manufacturing arena, and it actually requires a hell of a lot of work and investment to get it really fit for purpose. I see that as a big differentiator as well, having
Great.
having that design capability within the group.
Great. Now, well, as we were talking, I was just thinking, you mentioned obviously you've had an acquisition in the US. So how global are you as a CDMO in terms of the services you offer and the customers you work with?
Well, we're working across 3 continents in terms of our manufacturing facilities. So we've got our head office in Bensheim, Germany. That's a brand new facility. That's 10,000 square meters of new state-of-the-art space. We've got a similarly new facility in China with our Asian part of the business, which is we've got 5,000 square meters of space across there, with one of the sites very new. Additionally, with the acquisition in the US, we're bringing manufacturing and assembly into the business in the US as well. So we're a global company. We're known, as I said, we're probably not as well known as we would like to be in the CDMO space, and that's something that we're trying to change. But as a company, we are global, and our capabilities and facilities are whatever customer we're working for, we fit the project to suit their needs. We're not just shoehorning it into part of the business because that's the only capacity we've got.
Great. And that leads very nicely to my next question then, which is actually why are you attending DCAT and who are you actually looking to meet?
Well, the attendance to DCAT is that there's two kind of things really. The first one, as I mentioned, we're really there to raise awareness about our offerings. I'm keen to meet industry peers. I certainly want to engage in conversations around about their finished device needs, specifically with pharma and biotech companies, and really understanding and how Saner can support these needs. I mentioned earlier that our organization has really got 2 main pillars. The first, which we've got much longer history, well over 70 years of history, is focused on pharma desiccant packaging and moisture management. And we're essentially the market leaders there. So we're very well known, and we go to any conference, the customers immediately align Saner to that. The second part of our business is the end-to-end CDMO, which I just mentioned there, and we've only just entered that. We're maybe 4 or 5 years old. We're already supporting customers and running projects in that space, but we're not yet really the first name that springs to mind when projects might need support or RFPs are issued. And that's what we need to change. That's an area that I'm looking to change. The BDMs that work for me are looking to change, and that's about building strong relationships, really listening to our customers, and really truly understanding what their needs are, because that'll be key to how we can support them and how our growth and success in this sector. The second reason I'm attending is really to evaluate whether joining DCAT will provide us with value, because this is the first time I've been. It's certainly the first time I think that Saner have been. So I think that it will add a lot of value as part of our ongoing evolution. And I'm essentially using the trip to validate whether my thoughts on that are correct, so that I can build that into our budget planning for next year. I'm fairly certain that will be the case, but I like to go to these things just to
you never know until you see it in person, exactly. Of course. So where can people meet you in New York
well,
when you're there?
We were late to the decision to attend DCAT, and as I mentioned, we're not yet members, so there was no suites available at the designated hotels. So what we've done is that we've secured a conference room at a WeWork facility, which is located on the 14th floor at 757 Lexington Avenue. So looking at Google Maps, it's about a 4 or 5 minute walk from the Lexington Hotel, which is one of the main areas. So it's a very convenient place for anyone attending the event. It's just not within the main kind of hotel suites that the DCAT like to put in.
No worries. Well, we'll put the address above this video so people can find you. There's a link where people can make appointments anyway with you. And
there is, yeah. Our marketing team have managed to pull all that together very quickly. So yeah, we've got the space. We're all systems go. We're keen to get some meetings in place.
Fantastic. Well, look, that leads on to my very final question, which is, well, anybody watching this is still undecided. Why should people book a meeting with you and the team during DCAT week?
Companies should really book a meeting with us to explore how we can support their device R&D and their manufacturing needs. The experience that we have within the company on injection molding assembly is enormous. It's 70 plus years, supported by, as I mentioned, state-of-the-art facilities across 3 continents. So we're well equipped to offer really tailored solutions for customers. Additionally, with the recent acquisitions in our 2 design centres of excellence in the US and the UK, we can enhance product development and manufacturing projects from a much earlier stage. So deliver, I know that you mentioned quality, but delivering really high quality and compliant finished devices. And that's what we want to do. But we're keen just to build relationships. I'm certainly eager to build relationships with my existing network, understand challenges and of people with that as well, and discuss how we can add value through our really flexible kind of customer-centric approach. Just meet people, listen to what they've got to say, and see how we can help.
Brilliant, Joe. Well, look, it's lovely to meet you. Good luck with DCAT Week. So there you go, viewers. If you're attending DCAT Week and you have a project in mind around drug devices, drug delivery, and drug manufacturing, then get in touch with Geoff and the team. The link is above the video here, so you can make a meeting with Geoff and the team. You can also contact Geoff and the rest of the team directly on LinkedIn. And if you've got any comments about what Geoff said, put them in the comments below the video, because I'm sure Geoff will be delighted to see those as well. But if you cannot make DCAT Week, there are some people who won't be there. You can
Absolutely.
also get directly in contact with Geoff, and also go through the website and meet them at many other events across Europe, North America, and the rest of the world. So, Geoff, I hope the cup final goes well for you. I won't say which team. I'll let you tell people
Fingers
when they ask
crossed.
you. But good luck with the cup final. And viewers, thank you for watching. If you're at DCAT, have a great event as well. Geoff, have a great event. Until next time, as always, stay well and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.